Hey everybody, Mark back with another vid. So it's been about 3.5 weeks since I had the springs done on the car, and it's finally settled to where it's gonna sit, and I think it looks perfect now. I always wanted to leave. I just wanted, what I wanted was what I got. I got a 1-inch drop in the front and about a 1/2-inch drop in the rear. I had to go through a bunch of hell, spacers and stuff like that to get it where I wanted, but once I pulled the spacers out, I should have just never messed with spacers in the first place. I put like 1/8-inch spacers in the rear, and it just made the car sit exactly where it was. I mean, the rear didn't come down that much. It was the front that came down. There was like a big 4-inch gap in the front wheel well and about a 3-inch gap in the rear. And now the rear's down to about 2 and the front's down to about 2. So about 1.5 inches in the front gap and about 2 in the rear. So, but yeah, it's cold as hell here. It's like 33 degrees out. That's why it looks like it's smoking, but that's just because of the temperature. But yeah, I just wanted to get the car out, warm it up, go for a ride. Let me get in here and flip this around. Right. I just want to go out, put a few miles on the car, burn some of this old gas out of it. I put in Cataclean in the car when I had like a 1/2 tank in the car, so I want to like run that through and try and blow the system out a little bit. I put some injector cleaner in and Cataclean. I usually do that like twice a year in all my cars, but yeah, let's go for a ride, man. I finally got this thing right where I want it, sitting how I want, driving how I want. But it's so cold out right now that getting on the car is really kind of not an option. Not in the lower gears anyway, because I'm telling you, man, since I've done this 193 tune, this thing just breaks the wheels loose like crazy. And it rained a little bit yesterday, so everything's like damp and cold. Try and run down a list of everything that's been done to the car since I bought it. X-pipe, C&L axle back, because I wanted it to sound a little better, and I didn't want to spend a lot of money. And the C&L axle back was really close to the Roush in look and sound. It's basically the Roush axle back, but for less money. Anyway, I can save money, I'm going to. I'm not going to spend a ton of money on a whole catback exhaust. I don't have to. That all depends on the person, the condition of the car, stuff like that. I mean, if everything's all rusted out underneath, then yeah, you're going to want a whole new exhaust. But my stuff was still fairly in great condition, low mileage, that kind of thing. So I didn't really want to go out and spend money after just spending money, you know what I mean? So I've had it 2 years now. It runs and rides great. It handles excellent now. Ever since I've done the new wheels, tires, springs, and the Steeda starter stop the hop kit, it's been great. So yeah, I've done first like mod that I did to the car was the Steeda body mount bracket for the shifter, and I did the Steeda trans insert. But I couldn't stand the vibration that was coming from the transmission. It was a lot of NVH, if I'm being honest. So I got rid of the trans insert. I pulled that back out. But so far, all that's been done really was the axle back exhaust, the X-pipe, the Steeda body mount bracket, wheels, tires, Ford Performance springs. What else? There's a few other things. I did the Steeda sound tube delete. When I first bought the car,
did I do? And I did a K&N drop-in air filter and a 193 tune. That's what they advised me to do. I was leaning towards doing like a JLT cold air box and all that, and they were like, dude, don't even bother. Just do a drop-in filter. What they said was, do a PMAS or don't even bother. Just do a drop-in filter. So I listened to them, and I don't regret it at all, man. The car runs great, idles great, runs cooler, it's faster than it was. So I'm not gonna fight with the experts, you know what I mean? But this is that time of year where I'm about to like car cover it up and not really drive it too much. Just when I have to drive it. If I need to like go on a long ride, I'll take this because I don't trust my Nissan to go anywhere too far. That's for like back and forth to work, getting around the town, that kind of stuff. I'll never go anywhere like too far with that car. I just don't trust it anymore. It still runs okay, but it starts to act funny in the wintertime because it's a turbo car and it's been modified, so it runs differently from summer to winter. But yeah, I think I got this car sounding pretty okay, man, with the this guy passing this other car in front of me, dude. Like, this was just a close call. Unreal. Anyway, yeah, I think I got it sounded just right between the X-pipe and the axle back. I didn't want to do like some long tube header shit with no cats on it and all that. That just sounds ridiculous and stinks like shit. If you, in my opinion, my humble opinion, I will never do something stupid like that to my car unless I was to like turn it into a full-on race car that I only take to the track. Then I would do something like that. But for something that you gotta drive around in daily and be out in traffic in, nah, I'm not smelling that stench. If I was to do it all over again, I wouldn't change a thing. Right hand to God, I wouldn't change a thing. Even if I was to go get like a brand new Mustang, the only difference would be if I was to finance, I'd just go ahead and go get the Whipple this, you know, with it. See, it just broke loose right there in second gear. And I didn't even give it half the gas pedal. So, yeah, it's that time of year now where you don't want to be playing games in your car if you like it and you want to keep it. You're not trying to smack the thing up into a telephone pole. Because you could be an excellent driver and still make mistakes. I don't care who you are. And this is a Mustang. They do Mustang things, man. So, these cars from the Fox bodies to now have been what I like to call the ass kickers. The ass likes to kick out on them. You know, you'll be shifting in the third gear and you'll feel a little, you know what I mean? Where the ass is settle a little more. So when you first do it, it'll sit like, it's hard to explain. Anybody that's ever had their car on a lift has noticed it. When they brought it back down, it took like maybe like another day or so before their car finally settles back to where it's going to sit. Well, when you do new springs, it's like that, but it takes a little longer. Usually it's about 2-3 weeks before your car's sitting where it's going to sit, because they kind of have to break in a little bit too, you know. So once you've driven it around 3 weeks, then that's how your car's going to sit. These on and off ramps too, man. You can't play around if you're with these cars, bro, because you'll be like going sideways before you know it. See, it just spun right there, and I didn't even like give it beans. Wow. I'm definitely gonna have to get new tires for this thing, though, you know, soon, because there's no hooking with it, man. Like, I just don't get it. These guys, man, they go out, they turbo their cars out, they put blowers on them, and then they're stuck doing 60 to 130 stuff because the car won't hook. I don't know. I'm gonna get on a rant. Let me stop. But, yeah, man, I just wanted to get out and go for a ride, talk at you guys a little bit, keep you guys up to date. It doesn't take much to make these cars handle well, and I mean, they come pretty good from the factory, but there's just some little things you need to tweak and take care of if you're gonna like make it your own and make it handle really well. I think the tires are breaking loose so easy because these rims are a little lighter too. Like, I spoke to the guys from LMR, and they said that the rear wheels are like 8 pounds lighter than stock, and the front ones are supposedly 9 pounds lighter than stock. So they don't feel like that though to me. When I'm like putting them on and taking them off, they feel just as every bit as heavy as the stock ones. So I don't know. I'll take their word for it on that one. But anyway, you guys take care and have a good one.